Hello, and welcome to another episode of Island Bike Life. Today we're going to be unboxing and getting some first impressions on the EVO SS 3-axis gimbal. This is the EVO SS 3-axis gimbal for GoPro. Ordered this direct through EVO and had it delivered up here to Vancouver Island in Canada. It got here pretty quick, within a week or so. No extra import fees or duties or taxes, anything like that. So that was a nice surprise. You can get this through Best Buy online as well here in Canada for roughly the same price. I'd ordered this direct through EVO as they gave me the option at checkout to include the Hero 5 GoPro mount for the gimbal. Best Buy didn't have this option, or at least I couldn't find it if they do. You can tell right away the quality is very high with this box, even just the packaging. And anybody who has probably done research on this gimbal knows that it's one of the more well-reported on ones. There's many options out there. Instruction manuals, we'll go through those later, I suppose. We can't figure it out. Comes with a variety of mounts, charging cords. I did order the GoPro 5 charging cord that isn't included in the box, which was another reason for the purchase directly through EVO versus Best Buy. I couldn't find that option on Best Buy as well. Lots of different cords in here, USB, the GoPro mount, universal mount, a few different USB type mounts as well. Some foam padding. Comes with 4 batteries. I'd read online that these batteries can be sometimes hard to find in stores. I thought that the 4 that came with it, at least for the time being, will be sufficient. If I need more and I can't find them locally, I guess I'll have to order some more from EVO. They say online that they're a standard type of battery, these 18350 MPs, I guess. We'll see how that works out. Charging port for the batteries. One of the nice things is not only does it come with the gimbal, but it also comes with a handheld stick that you can attach it to as well. So that's a nice add-on feature. Can sometimes add additional cost to things when you have to get those sorts of things after the fact. Comes with a little carrying case. It's probably pretty loud on the camera, so I apologize for that. Not too bad. I've seen other ones like with Tech that are a hard shell case, which is nice. This is lined with some felt to help keep things from getting scratched up, so that's pretty good. And then we have the actual gimbal itself. It's pretty tight. Be careful. So that's the primary unit. Obviously doesn't come with any batteries in it, nor are the batteries charged. So I'm going to go charge those up and get this thing up and running. Right away you can tell though, the quality, just the build quality on this is really nice. Everything feels very sturdy, very nice movements on the axis points. And so yeah, we'll go charge these batteries up, get the gimbal turned on, and see if it does in fact fit the GoPro.
Okay, so it turns out the batteries do have enough power to sort of start up and get this thing running. So I put 2 of them in, and the other 2 are charging just for the time being. The batteries go in here, nice and secure. Do that, batteries go in like that. I will say that even though the box says Hero 4, the company did actually install the Hero 5 mount prior to shipping, which is good. And I kind of thought that was going to be the case. The only downside to that is, unlike the Hero 4 that can slide in as you loosen the bracket off, it seems their recommendation is to actually take this entire U-shaped bracket off, install the camera to the bracket, and then reinstall the whole assembly back to the gimbal arm. That takes a 1.5 key to undo those bolts. So taking this and undoing those bolts on the trail if I have to change the battery, which is blocked by the frame, could prove to be a little bit annoying. So I'm going to have to see if there's a workaround to get this thing to slide in and out while still maintaining it being secure on the gimbal arm. We'll play with that. The other thing is the clearances are very tight. There's the third microphone on this side that I had a similar mic over wind guard on, but that obviously isn't going to fit. So depending on what the wind noise is, I might have to come up with a solution to that. The updated firmware for the GoPro camera reportedly has reduced any engine noise, or not engine, but motor noise from the gimbal arm. So we'll have to do some testing on that and see how that works. So in any event, the power button is simply here. Hold that down and we'll turn the gimbal on and center it and get it ready to go. It comes with 4 different modes for pan and tilt, which you can cycle through. Mess around with those to see which ones work best when mountain biking. Also, I found that they recommend through EVO that it's in this orientation, but to go through the settings to have the gimbal arm inverted, just so this isn't in your way on your chin guard or chin or what have you, which makes sense. So I'll have to mess around with that. In terms of powering the unit, this is the extra cable that I purchased. It comes with 2 additionals, but it doesn't work with the Hero 5. That connects through the bottom of the gimbal arm on this side and around into the door here if you need to power your GoPro from the gimbal for a longer ride. We'll take a look at the app as well that goes through some features to deal with the setup and calibration of the gimbal itself. But I have to say, even though the specific Hero 5 bracket might be a little bit annoying, we'll see. The feel and the build quality on this is really quite impressive. I'm looking forward to getting out once the rain stops here, if it ever does this year, and see how it feels on the trail. The first time you open the app, you're going to have to connect your device via Bluetooth. It should show up so long as the gimbal itself is turned on. If you give your gimbal access to the permissions on your smartphone, you're going to open up and unlock a few additional features in relation to photos and videos, and being able to control those things from the EVO Control app themselves. Along the top and the bottom are a number of icons that are pretty intuitive as to what they're for. Settings, home screen, cameras, filters, cinematic effects, and the adjustment of the gimbal arm itself, calibration, and so forth. In each of these menus, you're going to have a lot of sub-options. For example, the photos and videos are going to give you the option to shoot single, panoramic, change the resolution, or even a timer for the photos to go off. There's some pretty basic video filtering, white balance, and so forth. And in the gimbal control arm section, there's different scenes and application modes for movement or walking. There's also the ability to control the arm via remote control, either through this app or with a standalone item you can purchase from EVO. It seems to be pretty responsive when you are using it. It can definitely be helpful on a situation where the camera itself is stable, but you're trying to follow somebody moving, say, for example. You can calibrate the arm through here, the motors, and what's called a 6-side calibration, which is done offline. Well, there you go. A quick unboxing and first impressions video of the EVO SS 3-axis gimbal. I'd say the device definitely met my expectations. Really good build quality, intuitive design, and app control. I'll report back after I've had a few rides on it to determine if there's been any issues with the audio or video or anything like that, or any modifications that were needed to make it work and produce the best quality videos for you guys. I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you like what we're doing here on Island Bike Life, please consider subscribing. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and we'll catch you next time. Have fun out there.